Welcome back to Throne and Liberty. For this video, we're going to be going over some secret hints and tips that you guys need to know about your end game gameplay. This is going to increase your account, make your character stronger, understand the end game better. If this video does help you all, please drop a like down below and remember to subscribe for more Throne and Liberty. The previous winner for the 1000 Lucent is on screen right now. If you want to enter for the next video's giveaway, just drop a like down below and remember to leave a comment so I can pick the next winner. So the first thing we want to do is come over to Stoneguard Castle, speak to this senior Sundries crafter Melissa, and go over to Miscellaneous, and you want to create this item called the Precious Purification Stone. This is what it does. Not consumed when used, okay? So you're going to keep it forever. Removes certain CC effects applied by other players when used. So this is going to be an absolutely amazing item to have for PvP. If you're going to be using the arena PvP, or if you're going to be going into an area where there's PvP like the bosses or the dungeons. This is going to come in very handy, and the great thing about it is it's not consumed when it's used, so you always have it. The items you do need for it are the Precious Rubrics Ore, the Precious Emerald Ore, Precious Stallion Ore, the Marinade Ore, and also the Abyssal Aggregates. All you have to do for these is just click on them and then go to the search auction house. You can either buy them from the auction house, or you can actually click on how to acquire, and it's going to tell you how to acquire every single item. This is going to be amazing for your end game plays. Staying at the senior Sundries crafter, the second point I want to give you guys, if you do actually speak to her and you've noticed that you cannot able to buy these Allied Resistant Forces contracts scrolls because you need Allied Forces seals too, and you don't know where to actually get them from, and you can't really buy them from her either. But if you do want to know how to get these, if you go to your inventory and you go to your scrolls, you should have a bunch of scrolls. Now, if you actually click on one and you can dissolve these scrolls, if you do dissolve a bunch of them, for example 23 will give you 115 Allied Forces seals. Now these are also used to get more of these scrolls. For example, I don't necessarily like doing the Ceradoma Island ones because in here the items that I need aren't gonna benefit for my playstyle. So I'll just dissolve them, go back into the Sundries Crafter, and just purchase ones that I actually do want. For example, the Shadowed Crypt contract scrolls. So there you go. That will help you guys out a lot when you're farming your endgame items. The next tip that I want to give you guys is something about your traits. You can actually super level up your traits, and it's going to be a lot easier to do this. So it's going to sound a little bit confusing, but I'll try to explain it as easy as possible. So if you go into your character screen and you have an item that has not really the best traits that you want. I have ranged endurance on this chest piece. I don't really like that. I want max health, for example. So what we can do is go over to the auction house and go to chests and find your armor piece. For example, this is my one. And right now the ranged endurance costs 145, but max health costs 479. There's no point me buying this for such a large amount. What I can do is just feed my ranged endurance by buying this one. By buying multiple of the cheaper traits and then going into your enchanting, go into your trait system, and then putting all the traits that you found cheaper into that armor piece, that's going to increase your blessing for this item, allowing you to buy the max health one a lot cheaper by actually using your blessings, not your Lucent. So there you go. If you do get a weapon, for example this weapon that has a stun chance, and I want something different, I should actually just buy the stun chance because it's going to be a lot cheaper than buying a better trait. Feeding stun chance will increase my blessing for this weapon, allowing me to put a better trait for a lot cheaper. Try it out, it's going to be a game changer. The next thing I want to talk about is something that a lot of people still forget to do. Go over to your Sundries merchant. There's plenty of them all over the map. Please buy your Allied Resistance Forces contract scrolls. These will give you just a bunch of scrolls. You can see them right there. 4 of them, and they reset weekly. You can buy 6 of them. And then these ones are your weekly limit of 3 of them. And make sure to buy these, please. It's very, very important, especially for your end game farming. If you do not buy them, you're wasting a lot of resources and materials and loot that you're just gonna throw away. So make sure you buy them. Also, remember, while you're doing your contracts, remember to buy your Precious Blessing pouch. This only costs 200 and it's a daily limit. You can have 1 extra chance of getting a purple item. Remember, if you're going to be doing your contracts, and these are going to give you a lot of these. I think they're like 25 to like 30 coins per contract, and this only requires 200. On top of that, make sure you buy your precious epic level 1 weapon selection chest. This costs 1500. I think these also reset every day. They do cost a pretty penny of 1500, but they're still amazing because you can actually pick the item that you want. This is how I got my great sword of resistance, is through this chest. Very, very good. Next up, also remember to buy your weekly limit and your daily limits of these items from the contract coin merchants. For example, your enchanted inks, these are going to also be used in late game. Your precious stallion ore, remember these are also to be used in the previous character that's going to give you your PvP item. So make sure you buy these as well. These are on a daily limit. You can only buy 1, 3 of this one and 2 of this one, so make sure you buy them. Just in case you are a hard grinder, if you do run out of your resistance contracts, what you can actually do is go over to your battle pass, go into Zenith's star shop, and right here you can actually buy more scrolls for resistance, for these coins right here, the star crystals. You can actually go ahead and buy more of these. And so yeah, there you go. You can actually buy 10 of them, which is pretty cool, just in case you do run out of your contracts. Another point I wanted to give you guys as well to do with the battle pass, if you do run out of star crystals, right now I have 475 and I do decide to purchase a lot of the stuff from the store. What you can do is go back, and if you do have 0 or 10 and you want more, and you do have some Lucents laying around, you can press this button and you can actually buy more of these star crystals. And you can see in the bottom right now, it's a 1-to-1 trade. So if I spend 13 Lucents, it's going to give me 13 star crystals. So you can actually buy as many as you want. You can buy hundreds, you can buy a few, and you can go ahead and start using them in the shop to just increase your, your grinding, I guess. Another point that you guys should be doing if you are in a guild. Right now, my guild, it's actually pretty good. I just need to donate. What you can do as well, once you do join a guild in your late game, you are probably going to be in a guild. Make sure you buy your daily limit of your guild merchants resources, okay? Your recovery crystals, your rare base material selections, your precious base materials. These are very, very useful. These are used to upgrade your armor and your weapons, okay? Remember to buy them. These are like weekly to 100, so that's fine. That's going to be expensive, but make sure you buy your precious polished crystals, your quality, these chests are very, very important when it comes to leveling up and increasing your damage and increasing your account overall. Remember, these items cost quite a lot to upgrade, okay? So if we do go into my enchantments and I try to level up my chest piece, it requires 4. So just you logging in every day and just buying these chests, it's going to help you out a lot. For the next tip we're going to be going over might sound a little bit confusing, but it's going to work very well. I'll try and make it sound as simple as possible. Remember, this also depends on the server that you're on, because certain things cost more on different servers. So we're going to start off by looking at our Abyss currency. Once we have 40 Abyss currencies by completing contracts and dungeons, we can go over to this senior weapons crafter. These chests allow you to buy them for 40 each and pick any weapon or item from this chest. For example, let's say that I really want to buy the ancient tapestry mantle and I was going to open this chest for it. Instead, what I'm going to do, for example, is go ahead and buy the great sword of the Banshee instead of the mantle. This is why. If we go over to the auction house and we type the mantle, this costs 460 Lucent to buy it. But what I'm going to do is type in the Banshee. This one costs 700 and, well, 800. What I can do is buy the Great Sword of the Banshee, turn it into a lithograph, sell this one, making profit. And then I can go ahead and buy the actual item that I wanted for a lot cheaper, allowing me to save Lucent, but also make more Lucent, allowing me to use that Lucent to buy other items. Also, make sure you actually sell some stuff on your auction house. So if you're wondering on how to actually make lithographs, for example, this is another tip that I wanted to give you guys. This is how you do it. If you go to Stoneguard Castle and speak to the weapon crafter, the senior weapon crafter, and there's an item that he sells, the precious blank lithograph. These are also used to imprint weapons or armor, turning them into a lithograph, allowing you to sell said items. So this is going to be used for the previous tip that I told you guys about. These are going to be very useful, but this is definitely endgame because you're going to be crafting weapons here, allowing you to sell them for a lot more Lucent. So make sure when you do get the crafting materials used to make one of these, go ahead and do it because it's going to save you and make you a lot of Lucent down the line. Next up, we're going to be going back to the contract coin merchant. This guy is going to be very useful. Remember when we talked about your daily items? If you've been buying your mystic keys, well, you've done a great job because we're going to be using these to do a lot of good for your accounts. So make sure you buy them. I'll show you on how to use them just in case you don't know for your end game playthrough. Alright, so what we're going to do with your mystic keys is come over to the Grey Claw Forest. As soon as you do spawn in, you're going to be finding these things right here, these globes. In the top right of the map, you can actually see what they look like. They look like this like globe on fire. What you can do is use your mystic keys to actually open them, allowing you to get some pretty cool items. Now, once you've used 5 of your keys, you're going to unlock the mystic portal. This will also show up on your map somewhere. Make sure you head over to them and complete them, allowing you to gain more materials for your account. So go ahead and use your mystic keys, grab them 5 a day. You can open up one of these portals once a day after opening 5 of these globes a day. They're very useful. A lot of people don't actually do them, but make sure you do. It's going to be very beneficial for you. Okay, so go ahead, go around the map in this area. You can do them in about 2 minutes. Really, they're basically all over the place. So next what we're going to do is come over to Castleton, okay? This is where we began our journey. In this area, and you're going to find an NPC called the Castleton Arena Merchant. I'll show you exactly where he is located, right over here, okay? The Arena Sundries Merchant, Nikolai. This guy allows you to buy certain items for 9 PvP arena coins. He can allow you to buy some purple gear like bracelets, okay? Also, you can buy a precious blessing pouch for 3. In order to get these items, what you want to do is go over to your arena, if I can find it. Now, these challenges, you can do them, your weekly objectives, or just play the game overall in PvP, allowing you to get, I think it's 6 coins per week. So you can get 9 in 2 weeks, allowing you to purchase some pretty cool items from him. Obviously, allowing you to get 2 of these per week if you guess that's what you want. Or you have to wait 2 weeks in order to buy some of these cool bracelets. And yeah, something a lot of people don't do, especially a lot of people maybe don't play PvP. But make sure you go ahead and just do a couple of matches every week, and you're able to buy some pretty cool stuff. And then I want to end this video by saying, make sure you do your weekly missions, okay? The reason being is because every week you're not allowed to go back and do these. So if you're like very close to completing a quest, for example, 32 out of 50 resistance contract was absolutely horrible. So I missed out on some purple gear. Every single challenge will give you a purple gear. For example, for doing this one, I got some purple boots, which is pretty cool. And you can get a lot of them and you can complete them every single week. So make sure you do them, especially in Endgame. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope these points did help you guys out. Maybe some things that you guys didn't know before, maybe some things you guys knew but completely forgot about. And I really hope that it did help you all learn something new. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.